party construction.
So
go ahead. I was gonna say, does it seem like it's all gonna really happen?
I don't know. I mean, it depends on the voters.
Yeah.
I couldn't look, I can't even say it, but just but I believe it because I'm seeing the bids coming to the district. I'm like, $70 million for an elementary school? I'm like, everything has just gone through the roof. How long have you been in communications?
7 years.
I know the manager always talking to you. There you go. I'll slowly stab it. Lynn, you been busy?
Yes, I just got back from helping my mom.
How you doing?
She's good. It only goes off at like,
Yeah.
yeah. She's 5 months.
Yay! Yay! Do they do the double mastectomy and all the?
No, she just had to have all the treatments. And my sister.
Have you done the genetic testing?
Yeah, so it's not the
BRCA.
Yeah, still, I guess I'm not 5 years. Well, let's, go to my checks and everything. Yeah, so it's just every year gets a little better. So the last step is my sister passed away last spring.
So you're
Different,
sorry. Yeah.
30 years. So, I mean, she was
Living with her.
Yes.
You're all good to go? We're all ready to go.
Yeah, I'm sure it's like my friends
Oh, that'd be great, yeah.
So that. Yeah, that was 80 something.
He lived a nice long life, right? It's hard to see. Yeah. How old was she? Yeah.
But she was diagnosed in her 20s, so again, she, at the end, it was getting really bad, but she, she went through a lot of it, they keep finding different drugs for that, but they don't find them, like,
Yeah.
aggressively working on all those treatments, but don't always come quite fast enough.
I know it seems like it. Yeah, I had breast cancer, so it came out 2021. Yeah, so recently, but the day that I was diagnosed, or told I was cancer free, they came with a brand new drug that prevents cells from multiplying. So brand new, which just got approved by the FDA. Been in Europe for years and years. We didn't. So she was like, we're hitting on it now. So I did it for the last 2 years. I got off of it this year and I finally feeling myself again. Yeah, I was like so broad.
Very few drugs have yes, sir.
How are you doing?
Good.
Can I push you on today? Or a quick, like, maybe some minutes?
Nope.
Hi.
Like eye contact. Not me.
Yeah, but like why?
So to introduce members who'd like to know a little bit more about you.
Oh, okay.
Just kind of,
Oh, I
little
guess.
intro,
So do you live in Irving?
semi.
I do not.
You
Sure,
like
sure.
to-
Yeah, I can't remember what you're actually.
How bad can you though?
Yeah, I can bring it, I can bring it.
Okay. So we'll do it before the speaker.
Okay. Okay, cool, sure.
How about you?
My 5 minutes from here.
He's gonna ask me to do
It's my
that.
bubble. Oh, that's eyelash. Drops.
Good afternoon, Rotarians and visiting guests. Thank you for joining us, and if you're online, thank you for taking the time to join us to Zoom as well. Today we have an exciting day because we're going to learn about the city communications, and a member here from Rotary as well is going to tell us about her and why she joined Rotary as well. So we don't have our usual prayer because we have Dr. Lamar and Shane, past president, well, incoming president Dr. Lamar and past president Shane, and new member Ivan. They're doing the RILA interviews for all the students that are going to be attending RILA. So that's why they're not here today. But we have on behalf who's going to lead us in the prayer. You guys can please stand up.
We thank you, dear Father, for this day that you permit us to be together. And thank you for the lovely times that we have. Father, we ask that you will be with us and that you will continue to guide us in all that we do. We thank you for the weather today and ask that you will be with us in all that we do. In your precious Son's name. Amen.
And if you say standing, we're gonna have Heather lead us with this.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And if you guys could please take your seat. We're gonna have Patty help us introduce our visiting guest. Thank you guys so much.
Good afternoon, World Champions. Thank you for a nice welcome. Today we have a couple of guests. First of all, Isaac Vazquez from the city of Irving, and our president will have more comments about him later. Welcome. And we also have Teresa Bouchard. Am I saying that right? Teresa has been with us before as Vazquez, and we look for her to be a member of this club. We're very happy about that. So welcome back, Teresa, and thank you, Val, for bringing her. Let's give our guest a hand, please.
And we're excited to hear about what Isaac has to tell us about the different ways that the city communicates to the community. There's a lot of different roles that he oversees. So, and I think, from all the different channels, being social media, being part of the ICTN and Friends and all that, I think there's a lot of good stuff being done in that department because we get to know a lot of what's going on all the time. So. We are going to have Link Peters come and join us because we want to get to know our rotators. A lot of times we speak with the members and learn. So we're going to start doing where we have one of our members tell us a little bit about themselves and why they joined. So we're going to have them do that today.
All right, and we have the camera here, so.
Perfect.
Okay, so totally on the spot, didn't plan, business, personal, how did I hear about Rotary?
Yeah.
I actually heard about Rotary Max, is Max here today? So my friend Max, we planned, I think she was the one that first told me about Rotary, and we used to do yoga together, and Laura got involved with Rotary. The big thing that she hooked me right away was lobbying to get more flags. So we went from door to door in my neighborhood, which is North Messina, they were excited in Royal, and she lives over in Montevideo. So that was kind of my first hands-on activity with Rotary, and I really value the scholarship aspect of Rotary. And those are reasons that really the patriotism and the education is really very hard on that actually. And I was in the Army, but we also had masters in education. So he really instilled that in me. But yeah, I grew up military, I could say brat, but yeah, I was in the military, we moved around a lot. I've been in Texas for about 23 years. And then I moved from Flower Mound to Irving about 7 years ago when I started my own insurance agency. Just made sense to, I was here a lot already because I was working in information just for Liberty Mutual. And I've been doing that for 12 years here in Irving, but decided to open my agency. I wanted to be close by. I was already involved in the Irving Chamber, and I continue to be the Chamber ambassador. But I really love living in Irving. I love working in Irving. I love supporting all the different nonprofits we have, the Schools Foundation, and all those types of things. And just me hanging out with my 2 dogs over at the house. But I'm kind of working on a lot, but I do actually now have an office at Work Lake Square as well. So thanks.
Awesome. Well, let's get to that.
Good job, on the spot.
Again, welcome, we're excited to be part of the club. We have a lot of big projects ahead, the flag program that you mentioned. We'll just be here and have us, there's a lot of activities that we do and the flag is big, so, thank you for all you do. And, I had the opportunity to, serve with, Lynn on the ambassador committee with the Chamber of Commerce as well for a couple of years, so it's been great to see that there. And again, helping a lot of the businesses that are out there. I did want to make an announcement for Dr. Lamar that we are going to be building flags this Saturday at 8:30 at the barn. So if you are a new member and you haven't been there, pick one of us so we can give you the directions on how to get there that day. There's a lot of stuff going on in Irving, couple announcements. So there's the lunar eclipse that's coming. Visitor Irving, Las Colinas Association is putting together at the event plaza. So that's a very big event. It's attracting a lot of people from all over the place. So they had to shut down registrations. I think we're already at 5,000 people. That's how many people already are need to be there. For us, we have the Irving Marathon coming up on March 30th. That's going to be our biggest event. We're very excited. We're working with a lot of different organizations now to just add more ambience to the event. The plaza Irving is going to be under construction. We're adding a $22 million investment there. It's going to sit down for like the next 7 months. And so we're having to do the event with what we have. But nonetheless, we have about 5,000 registered runners that are coming. And so we added a new component too, because as you guys know, the Urban Marathon benefits their schools, foundations, and all those funds are donated to the students. And so how much better to show that people are participating, that we're a community by having a drum line, cheerleaders, cross country teams. We even have culinary kits for the academy are going to come to help with the feeding of 5,000 people in about 4 hours. So we're getting a lot of movement done and working with a lot of different organizations like this, Irving, Las Colinas, and DWC Factory, Crystal's team here to get a lot of this stuff done. And then we have another event literally a month after that. We'll be able to replicate the same thing, and after that, that's 7 more times. We have 8 events total. So this is kind of great. A lot of people are finding out what we're doing, so we're excited. And we'll continue to add this scholarship programs as well with their schools today. So we're very excited about that. And then on April 20th, we have a dog run called Las Colinas 5K. Laura Manning working with the animal companions, they're the beneficiary for that event. So if you guys are around, and have fun at that one as well. But again, lots of different things coming. He's entertaining here to Irving, and we're glad that you guys kind of be part of that. Do we have any other announcements from any club members before we have our speaker come and start the presentation?
What about the Andrew as far as a run, April 13th?
Good point. I was gonna end with that, but we'll wrap it up right now. So on April 13th, Andrew Esparza is a police officer that died in line of duty back in 2007, and April 13th is going to be, I believe, their 20th anniversary since he passed. And so the event after COVID, so their family started a foundation, and they also focus on raising funds for scholarships because as far as the officer who passed, he was the only one in the family who had graduated college, so the family went to keep that legacy. So now they started a run, and they had it before COVID here in Irving, but after COVID, it moved to Burleson. So the chief bidder went up to that event last year and said very upset that he wanted to have it back here, so he asked me to help out. So I am doing all this stuff as far as like putting the event together, mine was doing the event. So I'm providing a lot of the know-how to, and then they're putting the event together, but it's gonna be a great event. We have a lot of great partners already that are coming on board. And it's a media event plaza. It's supporting the Esparza family and the police department. It's a 5K and a fun run. So I know my events only have 5K. The minimum this week is 1 mile. So you can come and walk. It's at 8:30. It's free parking. The parking garage is next to the venue, so I'm doing the parking garage that day, so that way participants can park for free. So again, it's a whole community coming together with us. You guys are around, even if you're on the road and walk, coming here, or some of you are here. That's April 13th. The race starts at 8 in the morning. You can see me if you want to be involved in that as well. But
That message from, Dr. In the cardiac, his people will be on April the 6th.
okay. So, Obama said that he got a message, as you guys know, for November 10th recorded pass, and the funeral arrangements are going to be, repeat that one more time, but
April 6th.
April 6th. I Methodist,
Plymouth Park.
Plymouth Park, United Methodist, okay.
And I think it was included in
And we'll be visiting, Ed, he was a big part of the club and community, he contributed to a lot of programs, and so, he did a lot of great stuff, so we remember the great things that he did, so. With further ado, I would like to bring our speaker to the podium to get started. I said this with the city communications department. Did not teach you about, maybe you can help us introduce yourself a little bit more and let us know, and then tell us more about what you do. Yep. Thank you.
Real quickly, do you have my presentation?
Right. Jordan is about to pull it up, and then if you need, once you're ready to go to the next slide, it's about
My name is Isaac Vazquez. I am the communications manager for the city of Irving. I've been with the city for about 7 years now. Some of the divisions that I oversee are media relations, our city website, social media, and crisis communications.
It must have
Just a quick overview of our communications department.
microphones on,
We're responsible for
maybe
internal
the
and
iPhone
external marketing communications to various stakeholders. We're comprised of 27 team members. We have staff at City Hall and Irving Community Television Network, ICTN, and we all oversee 11 divisions. Just a little bit more about those divisions. Those include community and neighborhood engagement, resident inquiries, graphic design, print shop and mail services, internal communications, ICTN and video services, media relations, social media and digital communications, website management, crisis communications, and publications. Our mission statement, to reach and connect with all Irving residents, businesses, and visitors through diverse, balanced, and impactful communication methods that provide value to internal and external audiences. This is our org chart here. It's a little hard to see, but our communications director, April Riley, we all fall under her, myself, the communications manager. I oversee 3 team members, a marketing manager who oversees her respective team of graphic specialists, printers, internal communications that oversees guest services, and our executive producer over at ICTN that oversees that entire staff of professionals. Some of the key initiatives that we worked on this last fiscal year were to assess and revise ICTN's business model. That was a 3-year project. To develop a business-friendly strategic communication plan. That was a hyper focus on how communications in the city of Irving can really work with a lot of small business owners and some of our larger corporations. Those larger corporations, they tend to have their own teams that really work to promote their initiatives and their respective projects. But it's really the small businesses that we have here in Irving that we love to work with and we love to collaborate with more. So we put together a strategy that kind of helps amplify those efforts. So we work very closely with our economic development team and both of the chambers, Irving Las Colinas Chamber and the Hispanic Chamber to perform those efforts. We also work to develop a communication plan for attracting and recruiting city employees, develop and launch a public awareness and education campaign for the city, an ICT and building renovation, evaluation, and planning. We also identified a solution for a new CRM software that we can use to allow residents to easier to report things that they see and file those resident inquiries easier. And we're also working on a website redesign we're looking to completely redesign our city website, so we're in the middle of identifying, we're in the research and kind of planning mode of that. So that project will move forward and hopefully we'll have a new and exciting website to take you to the city. Some of the key initiatives that we're working on for this fiscal year include an analysis and plan for ADA inclusion communications. We're also working to enhance our neighborhood services program. This program is really cool. It's mainly comprised of those neighborhood associations and homeowners associations that exist in the city. So we work very closely with them to help amplify all of the events and the different outreach that they perform for their respective members of their respective communities. So we're just working in tandem with those associations to see how we can leverage their efforts and what resources we can provide them as well. We're also working on developing an Irving lifestyle campaign. Irving's a great place to live. I obviously don't have to tell you all on that. So we're just working on different things that we can do as a city to showcase all of the cool and different things that we have here in the city. We're in a really opportunistic position placed between Fort Worth and Dallas, where we can attract a lot of new residents, where we can attract a lot of new visitors to the city to come and enjoy all of the different offerings that we have. So we're working on a campaign to kind of showcase all of those things. Of course, our website redesign that I just mentioned. And we're an award-winning team. Just this last year, we won 2 TAMI awards. The TAMI awards are given by the Texas Association of Municipal Information Officers. That's a statewide agency that's comprised of other municipalities across the state. We won 3 of those awards. ICTN was given 2 awards at NATOLA. That's a national agency that recognizes television, government agencies with those television components. So they were recognized with 2 of those awards. A little bit more about what we do: community and neighborhood engagement. We coordinate civic outreach activities that enhance community relations. Our neighborhood association program, currently we have 92 neighborhood associations, and we awarded 30 of those associations with grants. More about those resident inquiries. On average, we receive about 200 to 300 inquiries per month. So that's very much why we wanted to identify that CRM software so that we could help facilitate that interaction with residents. Some of the top reasons why residents reach out to us are for animal services. I lost my dog, I want to adopt a pet, that sort of thing. Streets, reporting potholes, that sort of thing. Solid waste services. I'm sure all of you are aware that we recently went from once a week collection back to twice a week collection. So a lot of people were calling into the city to ask when those collection dates were, what are the other changes that were happening during that time. Water utilities is also a big reason why people contact us, and code enforcement as well. So we're really working with those resident inquiries to facilitate resolutions between that resident that's reaching out and the respective city department. We're collaborating with departments to ensure that these inquiries are addressed in a timely manner. We're also working on a way to follow up with residents who address the city council during the citizens forum. If you're coming in and you have a request of city staff, or you have an issue that you want addressed, we're going to work directly with you during that moment to see how we can either get you the information that you need or point you in the right direction to get those questions answered for you. We also have an amazing team of graphic designers to ensure consistent use of the city brand. They monitor proper usage of our trademark city logo that you see up there in the right corner and that are printed on all of these bags. We review and design briefs to determine those specific requirements. We schedule projects and provide cost estimates for printing services that we offer other city departments. Develop those conceptual design plans for the various projects that we work on, and we prepare those rough drafts and work hand in hand with departments to finalize those efforts. Just some examples of some of those graphic design projects that we have, and also all of the responsibilities that fall under that graphic design division. City Spectrum, that I'm sure all of you read on a monthly basis, or at least I hope you do. Also City Spectrum briefs, that's included in your utility bills every month. And some of the other collateral that we put out, that's that music on Main artwork that we put together to promote that special event that's happening in April. We provided that insert to provide that entire schedule of special events that are happening throughout the year. We provided that insert in Spectrum in January. And that was just a cool thing that we thought residents could use to, put on a refrigerator, or, mark those dates in your calendar so that you're getting ready and excited for all the different things that we do. A little bit more about the print shop that I mentioned earlier. They process those print requisitions in black and white and color copies. They provide departments with cost-effective quality printing services. A lot of the printing that we do in-house is very much cheaper than having to outsource it to Kinko's or Staples to print that collateral for us. So it's a huge asset for us that we have these services in-house and we're able to print all of this collateral for the various departments. A little bit about our internal communications. Internal communications is responsible for the maintenance and upkeep of INET. That's our internal website that city employees utilize for the various resources that they need. Inside Irving, that's a monthly publication that's printed for city employees and distributed to every employee. Employee News, that's an electronic newsletter that's sent out once a week with announcements, special events, and other information that's pertinent to city staff. ICTN is our amazing video division. They're responsible for producing programming for 3 cable channels: ICTN Classics, ICTN Meetings, and ICTN Now. ICTN.tv live streams and offers public meetings on demand. So today, for example, we have a city council meeting that starts at about 1 o'clock. So you can stream that live on your computer or any mobile device or watch it later on demand. They also produce a ton of content for YouTube, our social media channels. They produce PSAs for various city departments. They also are involved in special programming that is upon request and internal department videos. Just some pictures of our ICTN crew in action. That top left, we provided some video training and gave city employees a little taste of what it's like to stand in front of a camera and provide an interview. Down right below that, that's them on scene at Sparks and Stripes last year, interviewing Councilman Morges, and then just some of our live streaming efforts. That's, photos from them in the control room. Those control rooms are really impressive. So they do a lot of really cool work. This is a little video tease of City Source. Okay, well, that's a video that's available on our YouTube channel. Media Relations is another division of ours. These are just some examples of some of those media relation efforts. The Invited Celebrity Classic is returning to Irving here at the Las Colinas Country Club. And example of news releases that we put together and just some other covers that we've had. Our digital communications, we produce weekly newsletters that are sent out to our various subscribers. City Spectrum Digital and Neighborhood News are 2 examples of that. We also produce project-specific newsletters. So our Irving Legislative Insider, that is specific to news that's coming out of the Texas legislature that directly affects residents' quality of life. We've identified those issues and kind of broken down those various stories, and we disseminated that information through this newsletter and also online to help residents understand how the decisions that are being made in Austin are affecting their lives. We've also put together a newsletter for Play Irving. So Play Irving is our efforts to elevate and enhance aquatic and recreation offerings in the city. And this newsletter speaks specifically to those projects. So anytime that there's an update with those projects, we'll send out this newsletter so people can stay updated on everything that's going on. Social media, we are active on Facebook, X, formerly Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Nextdoor. We have more than 32,000 followers on Facebook. Just last year, we passed 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, and now that number is up to 13,000. So if you're not, I highly encourage you to follow, like, and subscribe, share, do all the things on social media. Show us some love. This is another promo that's available on YouTube for our Toss Like a Boss recycling campaign that we recently launched this year. It's a really fun video if you want to head over to YouTube and watch that later. Now onto the website. We had 1,260,006 people visit our city website last year. More than 1,500 active pages. We have more than 1,000 news articles posted last year. More than 229 new pages were created, and 11,000 updates were made to our city website. A breakdown of some of those most popular devices that are used to access the website are mobile devices, 60%, desktop came in at 37%, and tablets came in at just over 1%. So it's very obvious that everybody, or the majority of our audience, is accessing our city website directly from their smartphones, which is great. And it provides us with that leverage and that knowledge that as we're examining our website redesign, we're looking at different ways that we can make the website easier and easier for you all to access and you all to use. If we have the majority of our audience that are accessing it through a mobile device, we're definitely going to take that approach, and we're definitely taking all of that into consideration when we design this website. And fun fact here, it's not really ticking on our stats yet, but we're slowly seeing smart TVs appear in our analytics. So that means that people are watching us in their living room. Our website management, we have a really robust team of people. We have 77 web content editors. These 77 people are comprised of various city employees throughout the departments that are tasked with kind of updating and refreshing and making sure that the information on their respective pages is correct and accurate. They are governed by our web governance policy that just kind of states the different styles that we incorporate on the website, making sure that they're using the branding correctly, making sure that they're taking ADA compliance into consideration with all of the content that they're populating to the website. Just using those best practices is all laid out in the governance policy. Now on to crisis communications. This is a fun little collage of photos of our staff during the 2022 ice storm. You can see those diagonal photos. We had a couple team members out in the field taking pictures and video of all of the fun that was happening during that. I use that word fun very loosely during that weather event. Our other two team members up there were in our emergency operations center. They were kind of our eyes and ears as to what was happening internally with the various city departments. They were relaying all that information back to us so that we could then disseminate that information accordingly. There am I in the corner trying to stay warm and updating the website and social media. This is just an example of some of those crisis communication efforts. In January, we held an emergency response drill between the city and the Irving School District. So what they did was they staged a school shooting. So we had a bunch of volunteers, city employees come in, they acted as victims that gave our police and fire the opportunity to train on what would happen in that emergency situation. communications also played a role in trending how we would respond to that, what sort of information we would put together, what would be required to collect for residents to start pumping out information to help share that very, very important information. A little bit about the latest projects that we're working on. There's a municipal election day is happening May 4th. We put together a bunch of collateral to help inform and educate residents on the council candidates that are running for election, and also Proposition A, which is for the issuance of a bond for a new city hall. All that information can be found on our website. There on the far right is, again, that Let's Play Irving project that we're really passionate about and we're really excited about. If you're not aware of it, cityofirving.org/play-irving, so you can learn more about those really cool 4 projects that we have going on for Lively, Center, Mustang, and Lee Park. Also, we have Total Eclipse in the Park. I think Glass touched on that earlier, April 8th. There's an event at Media Event Plaza, and there's another event happening at Heritage Park. We'll have food trucks and music and a ton of other attractions. So if you're in the area, we're also giving away free solar eclipse classes to everybody who shows up, so you can safely watch the eclipse. So yeah, if you guys are available, we encourage you and invite you to join us for those events. It should be a lot of fun. Our resident survey will launch April 3rd through May 1st. This year is really cool because we're opening it up to all residents. In the past, this survey was only offered to a select group of residents, offered to the residents as a whole, but there was a select group of residents that were identified to answer this survey. But this year, we're opening it up to the entire city, so we're really going to make sure that we put some extra effort into amplifying that message for all residents to participate in the survey. Some of the road projects that we're working on and actively communicating information on a regular basis. Irving Boulevard, just some updates there. They're putting the final touches. Contractors are completing 6 decorative walls and just waiting on those last trees to arrive. So they're just putting in those kind of final details there with that. If you want more information on that, we have a project page set up for that, cityofirving.org/Irving Boulevard. MacArthur Boulevard, demolition operations began on the northbound side of MacArthur from Medgar Street to Jeffrey Trail. Those traffic patterns are constantly changing, so our main focus there is just advising people to slow down, follow those detour signs, or just find an alternate route altogether. Rochelle Road Bridge construction. Rochelle Road is closed between Fairbrook and Stonebrook Streets. The project is to demolish and rebuild the Rochelle Road Bridge to deepen the Embassy Channel. Those project pages for all of these projects can be found at /Irving Boulevard, /MacArthur Boulevard, and /Rochelle Road. Some of those ways that you all can stay engaged and connected with the city, bookmark cityofirving.org. Obviously, that's the main place where you're going to be able to find the latest and greatest as far as special events are concerned, any of those road construction updates, and any of the other updates on all of these different city projects and initiatives, programming activities, various things that we have going on. Follow the city on social media. Our handle across all platforms is @the City of Irving. So I would very much appreciate this entire room to be our newest followers this week. You can also sign up to receive those digital newsletters that we discussed at cityofirving.org/newsletters. We put those out once a week. Go in there and select the various ones that you want to receive. Come straight to your inbox. They're really easy to read. There's a lot of hyperlinks in there, a lot of really cool information. You can also sign up to receive email alerts. This is really helpful for road construction updates. So as those detours and those traffic patterns change, you're able to know those as soon as we publish them. You can also sign up to receive emails concerning water utilities or concerning economic development. There's a whole array of subjects that you can choose to sign up and receive alerts for, and that is at cityofirving.org/join. And with that, I'll entertain any questions that you'll have.
Going back to the voters thing for May 4th, how do we get copies of those to give to other people?
Those are available at cityofirving.org/elections.
So how big is the entire staff now? Isaac?
We have 27 active staff members that work for communications. So 20, including ICTN, yes. So 27 people that are responsible for disseminating information to the 200,000 plus residents in Irving. Also not including visitors and others.
How's the technology that you guys are working with? Is it kind of the new stuff, it's upgrading, or where are you guys at on that?
You know, we have a really cool staff that's always trying to stay ahead of the trends. They do their best, working obviously within our budget, but you know, we're always looking to get the latest and greatest, and also working with, you know, just what's happening out in the world, what people are engaging with, how those trends are changing, how people are not only how they want to receive information, but how they're digesting that information, how it's being retained by them. So we're constantly looking to, you know, change how we do things and change how we disseminate information, because we definitely want to make sure that it's being consumed correctly. Yeah.
So, first of all, I love all the metrics that you have, really helpful. I got a question for you. Of the 1.2 million visitors to the website, is there any way to determine what percentage of those are unique visitors?
Those are unique visitors. Those were unique visitors. Yes. So it breaks down by page view, unique visitor, unique user. There's a whole spreadsheet of different things, but we are able to dissect exactly who that audience is. Yeah, and from all over the world, to be honest with you.
How common is it for cities to have a TV station?
You know, it's not very common at all. And we are extremely fortunate to have the TV station and the staff and the resources to keep ICTN going. And I cannot tell you how many times that just in the industry we receive compliments for ICTN staff and the content that they produce. They are phenomenal professionals in their respective fields.
So I'm sure I should know this, but how do we watch it?
You can watch it online at ictn.tv. You can also watch on YouTube. They don't stream the live shows on YouTube, but they do put up the entire air checks. And as far as accessing it on cable, it would really depend on your cable provider. But ictn.tv does have a breakdown of the various cable providers and those specific
So
channels.
some of them actually have it.
Yeah.
Do you have a partnership with the journalists, people in Irving?
Do we have a partnership with Irving IZ?
The journalists.
We work very closely with Irving IZ on a lot of things. We collaborate for various projects. So I don't know about like a specific project, but we do collaborate as much as we can. There's a couple of goodies and some other things in there for y'all to take home with you. Thank you so much for having me.
Great job.
And yeah, I was looking through the bags, there's some nice goodies in there.
Great job.
Be very cut now.
Our audience are live still apart.
Yeah, that's right. Well, how did they get one of those bags? That's what they might be wondering. Well, yes, when I go on for viewers online that we have, so we have David Harris, we have Robert Bourgeois, we have Melanie Jones, and Rick Lindsay, and Randy Cutler. So thanks for being online and being part of the meeting today, guys. Sending it up. Cool. Well, I did want to mention, as I said earlier, that the communications team, I think we have one of the best in the community. He touched a little bit into this on how they help small businesses, and so I want to elaborate on that. There's ribbon cuttings, there's all these different events that small businesses are putting together, and over there you always see ICTN or somebody from the city having some footage, which is valuable for a lot of this business, because now they might not be able to afford a camera team or all those things. So that's something that you guys are doing in collaboration with, again, the Chamber of Commerce and working with. So keep up the great work, and we appreciate you guys. I kind of know we're in all the great stuff that are happening. And like we said, we love Irving, and so thank you for keeping it great. So, Chris, I believe you had an announcement real quick before we go.
Thank you, Laz. This just got approved, so sorry I didn't announce it earlier. All fun things happening at Irving School Foundation. Scholarship announcements go out over the next couple of weeks, so you all will be hearing from your recipients, and we look forward to seeing you May 1st at Breakfast with the Stars when we have them across the stage. But what just got approved is we are for the first time ever inviting our community into our student training. So on April 15th, from 4 to 5 p.m., we're inviting you to come meet your students. So we've heard back, we took your feedback, you all said at the event it's hard because there's 1,000 people there, you're trying to visit with your student and get to know them, versus this, you'll have a one-on-one interaction for 30 minutes with your student. We ask you to probably leave right at about 5:10, because then we have to go into the training part of the course. So please come, I will follow up with email to invite you all, it'll just be a great time to meet your amazing candidate recipients. So it's not students, recipients, and we're excited to have them.
How many do we have?
We have seven, yes. So, I hope a big group of you come, because that's a lot of kids to know. You're gonna warn them in advance that y'all are coming, so we will be prepared with answers to your questions.
Yeah, we look forward to meeting you guys, because you guys are role models, and like, I want to do that all in a row.
Bring in Rotary information.
Great idea.
That's great, again, we really want to appreciate, Crystal and all the work that she does. A lot of departments in urban areas, like over 35,000 kids, I believe, and so it's just, like, the communications team, it's just a lot of work, but, thank you for not losing y'all's head. Do we have any other announcements for anybody? Okay, again, we're excited, there's a lot of stuff happening in the community. If you're a new member, you're not involved yet, there's a lot of ways to get involved, speak with either one of the other members, and ask for ways that you can do what you see them do as well. And as a reminder, the first Tuesday in April is when we're going to be going to Cielito Lindo instead of having a meeting here that week. So again, that is April 2nd, the first week of April 2nd on Tuesday, we're gonna meet at Cielito Mexican Flavors at 5:30, instead of having that weekly meeting here at the club. We agree that we're going to have that pattern for at least the next 3 months, and then we're gonna revisit as a club, as a board, to see if that's something that we're gonna continue. So again, the first week of April, Tuesday, the 2nd, we're gonna meet at Cielito Mexican Flavors.
So no meeting on Thursday before.
You got it, that is correct. At least for the next 3 months, we're gonna do that, and then we'll revisit that, and the club has allowed us to not have to have that extra lunch here, and they're working with us on that, so, it allows us to try it, and then come back and we wanna continue that, so. With that said, if you guys please stand up, we're gonna have the Duke. Gentlemen here, give us on the board with us.
Of the things we think, say, and do. Number 1.
Is it the truth?
Number 2.
Is it fair to all concerned?
Number 3.
Will it build goodwill?
And number 4.
Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
After we